How you doing? Morning, morning. So I'm going to flip the camera here in a minute and show you. It's wet out. It's very wet. It's very, and I'm going to flip the camera so you can see. But we did this pipe here dry fit last night. So that's a dry fit. I need to go through. There's a couple little spots in there, a little rock on it. Makes it hard to twist. Just want to pop out just a little bit more, trimming this up. And the high spots over here. There's my phone beeping at me, so everybody's getting notified. But we got this dry fit last night. This trench is all but done. Ready to hook up to the tank soon. And we're shooting back along the house. But it is just beautiful out today. It's this weather. And as everybody that knows me, anybody that follows the channel knows, I just love this weather. So I'm going to go for a little walk here, and we can look around in this beautiful foggy weather. And we'll get a little bit of steps in. It's Christmas Day. I don't celebrate Christmas. Happy holidays to everyone out there who does. I'm sure this morning that lots of people are unwrapping presents and you know, gathered around the tree and all that. And you know, I just had some hot cider, some hot cocoa, mold cocoa, and so we're just enjoying the morning here. We're gonna go ahead and take this trail and walk back over here to the rise, to the ridge, and then probably come back. So I'm not guessing much more than maybe a 5 or 10 minute live. I did want to get on here for a little bit, and I didn't want to worry about staging a video or coming up with a topic. I just wanted to come out here and enjoy this beautiful weather. It's been 60, 70 degrees. I think it's going to get cold again next week. I have a couple of days. This is why I call it a rainforest. Because it's not raining. It's the condensation falling off the leaves. It rains in the forest, but not anywhere else. I don't think that's technically the definition. I think it's more than 24 inches of rain per year or something, but yeah. I first moved out here, I joked about that it was a rainforest because it rains in the forest, even if it's not raining in the field. And it does. This fog and moisture. Some little ground critter over there ran past. I didn't see what it was. Went for that squirrel, maybe. I think it was big enough to be a rabbit. I don't expect. Oh, there are a few people in here. Welcome. We're just walking around out here, enjoying the view. Beautiful morning. Beautiful morning. We're gonna go back this way in a minute and go ahead and take this trail. Not much on the topic today. Not a lot to converse. If there's anything that comes up in chat, happy holidays, everyone. I don't really celebrate Christmas. More of a solstice guy. So, celestial stuff, you know, the equinoxes and solstices. About all I pay attention to. National holidays. I know that it's a really important day for kids, though. Like, I've got a kid, and I remember being a kid, and there is just nothing like getting up on Christmas and opening all those presents. There just is. So, I don't want to take that away from anybody at all. But if you can hear that bird, I don't know what kind of bird that is. Is that a turkey? What is that? There were some owls last night, like right outside my house. They were going at it. I mean, it was like, I'm pretty sure it was a boy owl and a girl owl, the way they were going at it. Or it's also possible that the owl got in something else's nest, because it was definitely two different sounding birds. Dogs back in there. This is my present. This. I think back to, you know, when I used to backpack around, and You know, it was different back then. I was on foot. I didn't have a car, so it wasn't even van life. It was like a sleeping bag and a backpack. And you'd just be looking for somewhere to be safe, somewhere you could lay down and set your stuff down and just be. Trying to find a corner of a park or somewhere, like maybe you're on your way somewhere and just trying to find a corner of a park, or take a bus to the very end of the ride and hike out past the edge of town somewhere, wherever you can find to be safe for the night. And people say get a job, when you're living like that, you're trying to get a place to sit down for 3 or 4 hours. You're not going to get harassed, yelled at, robbed, beaten. You're trying to find someplace safe. And to have all this now, there's people out there that don't have shelter, they don't have income, they don't have a vehicle, they don't have a support network, they don't have friends or family to turn to. And I try to remember just how much I really have. Shoot, I got an education, like a really good one. So, it's been a struggle the last couple of weeks, cutting up all this wood, trying to put it in the wood burner. It's certainly a lot more time, energy, and effort than walking over to your from settlement. I am 4 miles from a highway and about 10 miles from a dollar store. I'm 20 miles from a Walmart. Jobs out here? No, there's no work. If you can weld, there's a place that makes semi-trailers and you can get a job welding. And then there's basic, work at Dollar General or work at Walmart kind of stuff, regular retail jobs, normal city stuff. But there's one factory that makes plastic stuff and another that makes trailer frames, and there's just not any work out here. To go to a city is an hour. There's a city with 100,000 people an hour away, and I can get, most jobs there. If I want a city with like 500,000 people, it's like 6 or 8 hours away. Kansas City, St. Louis, Wichita, Oklahoma City, 6-8 hours to get to any place big. Little Rock, same kind of thing, anywhere big enough. So no, there's not a work out here. That's kind of my goal, waiting on my car to get fixed or get another car, and then I'm going to head out to one of the cities and do consulting work. So walk over here a little bit, take this little, I think this was a wall someone had built at one time in here, that there was a wall that fell down. It may just be this was the ridge and how it eroded. I'm really not sure. It's hard to tell. Yeah, that's part of why I consult. If I had a little bit better internet, I was thinking about getting a booster. I could do some remote work out here and make a little extra cash. Anybody who's been on my stream long knows that, or anybody that plays D&D with me on Discord will know, you get those laggy moments that I turn into a robot. I can only imagine the 8-bit pixelation of being on here sometimes. Like if I go down the hill there, it's gonna zap out. Plant fruit trees. I did actually find some peach trees that came in, and I had planted some stuff here at one time. One, they cost money, and two, you got to get the right stuff. Some of them don't make it. They just won't live. But yeah, fruit trees have definitely been on the list of things. Other priorities, little things at a time. Little here, little there. So. Start working my way back towards the house now. Not sure who will make it. I don't know, to just see stuff like this. You just kind of got to stop. Just like check this out. Just all this moss. It's like you got moss here, and then there's a different kind of lichen or a different growth stage here. Different stuff over there. I just like to stop and just check it out, feel it? Little microcosms, little microbiomes. We're going to start working our way back to the house, though. Like I said, it's kind of a rainforest. So this turkey tail has gotten wet again. This is flexible. It's wet. It's come back to life instead of being dry because it's wet out. This has the false gills. It doesn't really have gills on the bottom. They're not real gills. That's that turkey tail. Again, it's got those. Mushrooms are actually on the list of things to do out here. I am really tempted to do that. It's not a lot of money to get into. It's a lot of work. And I don't really have, I could get the wood out here and set up the racks to grow mushrooms. I could totally do that. It's the harvesting them, cleaning them, and storing them to be ready for transport. It's that other part that I just don't have, like a root cellar or a good cooler to put things in. I don't have a place to put them when I harvest them right now. But that's definitely something I would love to do out here, is put in a mushroom farm. I've got great land for it, so. I might. Sometimes you find like this little tiny tree, right? You don't want to step on them. Yeah, I know it's just kind of taking a walk here. Yeah, organic mushrooms out here. I'm technically organic, but I don't know what the other thing to do for the process is. I haven't put any chemicals or fertilizers or pesticides out here for more than 5 years. And that's what you need to do to get organic. There's some other certification process. I got to pay money and fill out a form. But yeah, we're organic out here. I don't necessarily know if organic is like, it's kind of a buzzword, and yeah, people pay for it. For me, it's like healthy, Is this healthy? Is organic really healthy? Because it's not, there's all kinds of organic things that are bad for you, Botulism is an organism, it's organic. So what is the deterrent to botulism, right? That's not a harmful chemical or a not well understood chemical. And I think that's what people really want when they say organic. What they really mean is, I don't want a bunch of weird chemicals on this that people can't tell me in 40 years I'm not going to get cancer from eating it. That's what people really mean by organic. This food is unlikely to cause cancer because of the weird chemicals in it. That's what they think it means anyway. I was watching a thing earlier, and it says, if you go back in, ancient times, everybody ate organic, but they only lived to be 30. Oh, the survey guys put a stake in. Good deal, good deal. There were some surveyors out here for one of the other lots, so we can kind of see where that is. We'll go over and check it out for a minute. And it's cool because we're getting over here to that big mother oak tree I've got out my window, the one I really like. So over here you can see where these flags. I'm going to go this way. Sometimes you weave around things because you don't want to go through that thorn bush right there. So. Step this way. Oh, there is a little bit of a stone wall here. What do you know? Okay. So there's this flag here on one of these. I'm not sure which is which. And that tree there is supposed to be in my yard. I don't know if it quite is or not. Looking at this, it might be just outside of it, but it's kind of the marker. If it's not in my yard, then I really, really want to buy the lot next to me because I don't ever want this tree taken down unless it gets sick. There's this one here, this big old oak. And if you look at my videos, this is the one you see from my window. This one here. Call it a mother oak. Maybe it's a dad. I don't know if it's male or female. It's an oak. But no, I can't put my arms around that. I cannot put my arms around that tree. You could take two people and their fingers would touch. I don't want to take this tree down. Kind of feeds the rest of the area, protects it, protects the erosion. I don't know, one of those. Start making our way back up. I think we're going to end up over by my lagoon for my septic. Doesn't really have anything in it, just water. I haven't finished plumbing it. I got to run pipe down to it. Yeah, it's right over here. That is my septic, and there's just a little bit of water in the lagoon. I got to run pipe to it and fill it one of these days. So we are going to go this way. It's easier to get out going around. I've never seen this before, how you get through this, but you take your foot and you push this way, okay? And you take what you're walking on, you push it down, and then you can step past it, okay? That way it's less likely to grab you. That's, I don't know how to do that. But you get used to it. It's like kind of intuitive. Don't try to push the bottom of the stem over. Like this. And then you can step through. If stuff springs back really good, you gotta be more careful with it. I'm past my burn pit here. So this is the burn pit here. We used to burn trash. I got trash service out here finally. And so, but eventually we're going to pave that, make it like a stage, put some pavers over it like that, or something. We're going to come back up now. I call this the North Terraces, so it's here, and then this will get flattened, and you'll come over, and there'll be like a step up about here, and then this will be a flat area. Like back in here, this will all be flat over to here, and then you come over, and there'll be a step up here. And this will be flat. It'll be several steps, little terraces. Some of my furniture, the cushions blew off. And then it comes back up to over here. And there's a step up, and we're back over in the yard. My campers, whatnot. So we'll take a little walk around the driveway here before I end this. Just a little longer. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. I just love this weather. It's my favorite weather. I think it's beautiful. I love foggy weather, misty weather. I like listening to the birds. I actually got up early this morning and I went to go out to do a sunrise video, and I was like, well, I'm not going to see a sunrise in this. So I went ahead and came back in. We're almost up to the top of the driveway here. I don't know if this is actually the high point on the property. It's within a couple of feet of back over there at the top of the ridge, so about the same. There's this rock in the driveway, and it's real close to being high point. So there's the house over there. What was this? Long-lasting memories from people I haven't forgotten. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Just people I met along the way, things people said to me while I was traveling. You know, I was really stressed out one night. I think I was 18, and it was, friend drama kind of stuff. And I met a Native American guy up in Portland, and we talked for a little while about what was bugging me and the stress and things. He says, man, sometimes you just got to let it go. And the way he said, I think he put his hand on my shoulder. Someone was, 18, is an older guy. And sometimes you just have to let it go. And like just that, the way he said it, that's kind of stuck with me. It's just to try to learn to let some things go and not let it create drama in my life. That stuck with me. I think it wasn't Matt and Ivy. I think his name was Matt. I don't remember her name. I didn't know her that well. But they were living on the streets and raising a baby, trying to get an apartment. And I remember how loyal to each other they were. And I've things like that. You see loyalty in people. I knew another couple that were on the street and they had nothing. They had each other. So things like that, they stick with me. I don't really value material goods for the sake of having them, just what I can do with them. Yeah, I got the house. So we're trying to get that solar in, that propane done, be a little nicer. Yeah, it's good hunting land here. I've got deer in the yard. I not anything I'm worried about right now. I need to clean up over here. This got all blown over too in the storm. Gravel's the next one here. Put gravel on that and smooth it out. I don't know if I want to put a building right there or not. The solar panels are faced directly south, so that's the east-west line. I don't want to continue that over here with a fence or building and put them on it later. Maybe, I don't know. So, hey, there's just a few of you left. I'm going to say good morning, peace to everybody. I'm going to go ahead and cut this. You guys have a great day. Happy holidays. And be safe out there. I'm going to get back in and try to make some breakfast. You guys have a good one.